Hi everybody, it's Kathy here at Unity Farm Sanctuary, and I thought I'd introduce you to Harriet and Janet. They are 14 years old. They were very beloved at their home, but the owner was moving away to Washington, D.C. and would not have the ability to take them with her. Their other friends had passed away last year, so it's just these two, and 14 is an extremely respectable age for a sheeple. So they have a little arthritis, they have a little bit of cataracts going on, but they're happy. Right now they're just in the quarantine barn with a little mash and some fans. We're just waiting for their biosecurity blood work to come back so that we can have them a little bit closer out there to the others. I don't think we're going to actually put them directly in with the other sheep because they're quite a bit older than the others, and we don't want them to have to feel like they have to defend themselves very much. Oh, girl. Are you pointing towards your mash? So these gals, the topic today is getting ready for summer, and that hand shearing was really important. They needed to be shorn because they can't shed, and that means they'd be super hot in the summer. They'll regrow all their fur for winter, and then the spring will again roll around needing shearing. Here's Norah, by the way. Norah is fostering here. Hi, Norah. Hi, Norah. What do you think? Norah came here with Huck and Wolfgang from an urgent rescue case. So she's being fostered here. We're not quite sure what's going to go from the future, but caregiver Liz has made some great inroads to working with her socially. Hi, little girl. Can't really get a good view of you there. Perfect. We'll get a cute view of you. Lovely little schnoz. Yeah, pretty girl. She is a potbelly, and I'm going to walk around and go over and give you a chance to see Huck and Wolfgang as well. They are in the quarantine barn. Now, they're being fostered because we really don't have room, but the pigs were abandoned and they needed someplace to go. So here we are, stepping up. Let's go see what they look like. Meanwhile, Bonnie is figuring out whether or not she's going to lie down in her water trough or in her pool. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie. How you doing, pretty girl? You hanging in there? Miss Bonnie. Best girl ever. All right, let's go see what Huck and... Hi, babies. Who's handsome? Hi, babies. Yes. So sweet. Yes, you guessed it. These two are Cooney brothers. Handsome boys. They're about 5. We're only guessing on Norah being similarly aged. They were abandoned, and the new owner of the property needed them gone immediately, or they were going to be not of this earth any longer. So we really wanted them to be saved. They're so handsome. They're not quite as social as Miss Marabella and Belladonna and Eddie Poe and Willie Blake. So we haven't quite decided exactly what the future will hold. If we can keep them, we will. But again, they're in foster here. I pretty much passed their quarantining period. We're confident. Hi, baby. So let's talk a little bit more about summer. Let's see, I don't see anybody. Oh, there they are. I wanted to come and visit the Minis. Minis live on the Mighty Matt paddock. Hi, guys. They're very busy eating their hay bags. Miss Lollipop, you need a little bit of a mane trim there. A little bit of a haircut. Yeah, she says, as long as I can eat the hay, I just don't care. Looks a little warm, girl. So these guys are still working on shedding. We had a lot of shedding going on, but these guys are a little bit slower. We need to get them a little bit less hairy, a little more brushing going on. I'm going to have the volunteers come to the rescue. So shedding, baths, and cooling off are some of the things that we do. We also, for the birds and for some of the other animals, I'm going to make sure this is closed, by the way, because nothing worse than having them take off and go and visit all the businesses downtown. I don't think that would work. Now, Bonnie has the right idea for summer. It's put on your bikini and get on out there and just relax, huh, girl? She's got pools, shade cloth. We have watermelon. She's got a wallow over there as well. I'm going to go see what Miss Penny's doing with Mike over here. She's sleeping on your leg. She's just relaxing. Now, Miss Penny is wisely wearing a lot of sunscreen because, as you know, she's a pink pig with, a little bit of skin cancer there. So there's a cautionary tale for us humans to put on your sunscreen and wear your sunglasses. She's in the dappled shade here and having pretty much the best day ever, because that's what Penny does, have best days. You're a good one. So lots of shade, lots of sunscreen, lots of fresh water. Keeps the staff very busy getting fresh water out there. As you can see, some of our quarantine barn, Healing Haven barn birds are out here enjoying a little fresh air, but shade again. Shade, shade, shade. And today the weather is just perfect. But we need lots of protections. So as we get ready for summer, all the fans are on and we have plenty of shade for everybody. It sounds wise too. So for those of us who, on the human side, go to the beach or the lake, maybe go swimming, hang out inside in front of a fan or maybe some air-conditioned space. Maybe you go to the movies and cool off midday. Or perhaps you embrace all the summer sports. Either way, take good care of yourself and keep watch on what we're doing here at the sanctuary to keep everybody safe and healthy throughout what will undoubtedly be another hot summer. All right, take care. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.